So I'm going to talk to you about the 24-hour economy. What therefore is the 24-hour economy? We thought that it is important to deconstruct the current economy and reconstruct the one that is fit for purpose, the one that speaks to the beauty, the power, the prowess, the productivity, all the things that Ghana possesses, the one that is a full expression of what our Ghana is. And therefore, it captures very strongly with the vision that the president made of it, that it is not a policy. I believe the 24-hour economy is a blueprint for our economic emancipation. And is therefore a catalyst for industrialization, export promotion, and job creation. That's what a 24-hour economy is. It's a catalyst. So it's always, 24-hour economy is a destination. And we are moving towards that destination where we have an economy that works for everybody, every hour of the day. The notion of inclusivity, that you do not become an expert of anything only because you can read or write in any language. But your skills, your ability to communicate, your strength, and your creativity and innovation, your ingenuity, are the things that God has given you that you can add value to that will be a blessing to your nation. So the notion view of inclusivity is important. And then the concept of time, the value of time. The time, people say time is money. I have to say time is value. It's not money. Money is cheap. Value is wealth that is sustainable. So how do you manipulate your time in a way that you create value for yourself so that you come to the marketplace and then you can price your value and make something out of it? So the concept of the 24-hour economy is a Ghana-made economy that is a full expression of who we are, an economy that is highly productive, takes into account maximizes everything that we have. Next slide. Stay here. Ghana has done this before. If you look at the corn beef there, it's called voter corn beef. The story is this. When manufacturers of Exeter corn beef were starting, they came here to learn from us. Today, Exeter corn beef is alive, voter corn beef is extinct. It has no procurement supply. Then Ghana used to be the country where we're manufacturing. This transistor radio is the medium of communication across West Africa. At the same time, Ghana was the country where, when we were moving from black and white television to color television, this was the country where they first manufactured for distribution across Africa. By Sanyo. Sanyo was producing fridges, televisions, and so on. We had over 70 industry that were producing all types of things. Today I was glad in my previous meeting I saw that somebody has actually produced chopsticks. I said, thank God. Because we were importing everything including chopsticks. Now whenever there is manufacturing, then procurement supply have business. Because manufacturing means that you have to have a procurement strategy. Where do you source your products? And how do you bring it efficiently to the factory? And then how do you take the to the supplies and the distribution centers. So you must insist that these countries should stop being importers and manufacturers. Because we are not manufacturing, we are importing. And we have become a nation where probably 80% of goods and services are imported. Which is a very serious case for us. And that's why probably most of us don't have jobs. And it is true, because if you don't manufacture, then how do you create the jobs? So even though our GDP is increasing, which you will see, we're not creating the jobs. Now, what is very worrying is that even our import is changing our nutritional status. To the extent that Ghana now has to deal with nutritional food security. We have to qualify our food security. It's not just what we eat now. 0 to 5-year-olds have 90% nutritious poor. So we are living in a country where nothing is working for us, and we have to be able to deal with it. This is why the 25 economy is important. So we seize the ground and grow our own quality food and eat it. Now, the way we have looked at our implementation is, number one, that in order for us to meet the sustainable quality requirements that we are talking about, with a voter economic basis and so on, then it is important for us to look at our responsible procurement policy. So here is an opportunity to work with you to develop our responsible procurement policy, to guide our procurement across all the 8 programs that we have looked at, from agriculture to machinery to everything. So that's number one. Number two is to ensure that the building of our infrastructure is also aligned to some code of ethics or code practices or standardization that I believe that you alone can help us to do that. Idea is for us to transform our industry, its behavior, its code of ethics, and conform it to high standards of production that meet environmental and social standards. Because today, a lot of investments, when they bring money, they end up looking at impact investors or ESG investors. So that's where the money will go. And for you to be able to sell your product to overseas, you need to conform to some of this. So the procurement line will have to be lines in which productions are conformed to that. And Ghana is always a country that is a pace setter. And Ghana always pulls most of our economies of Africa together. Now, if you were to construct a certain standard or certification standards for procurement that businesses need to conform to, that then expresses itself in the marketplace, you will have a unique opportunity to create something that is uniquely Ghanaian. And that will be a multi-million-dollar industry.